Hi YouTube friends, it's Lee here. I'm going to do a mixed media page today. So what I'm doing is just tearing up, I've torn some pages out of a magazine and I'm just tearing it up into different colours, and I'm going to make a gradation of colour across my my background. So I'm going to go over 2 pages, so put down some of that and then add to it. Okay, I hope you enjoy this. Now, welcome back if you've been here before. Big hello if you're a newcomer. Hope you enjoy the video and that you might learn something from it. And if not, I hope you just enjoy it. It's simple as that. So this is just having fun with some paper, paint and glue. So I'm looking to keep my light colours, my reds and pinks, dark colours, blues. I haven't got any green there yet, so I might look for some green. So I'm just going to tear up my pages. So I've got my lightest colour, my next colours going through to my dark ones. So what I'll do is I'll just tear up pieces, and I sort of want to make like a path or something like that. So that's what I'm going to do now, is to just glue on pieces. I'm just going to put all my bits to the side. I've also got some bits of just text to put in as my light ones. Okay, I'm going to start it gluing things down. So I'm just using glue stick at the moment. Actually, I'll use Mod Podge. Now it's dry, time for some gesso. I'm going to just dry brush a little bit on and then smush it around with my finger, because I don't want to cover up this. I just want to diluted a bit. That's the word I was looking for. Just want to knock it back a little bit. Sorry about the sun on my desk. Just the time of the day, it'll be gone soon, I hope. Okay, so I want to just put some colours around the outside of my collage with these ink tints blocks. I'm going to go for the vibrant colours, so I'm going to try and sort of use the colours near, you know, so I'm close to that, so I'm going to go with this, and then I'll be watering these down. Just a little bit of stabilo scribbling. Just got a couple of brushos, so this is it's a powder pigment, so I've got ultramarine, scarlet and black. So I'm going to put some scarlet here. There's a little hole in the in the top of this. Actually, I'll put a bit of water on the page first, then drop the brusho into it. I quite like the way that looks. It got too wet. I'm not sure about the black. Don't think I'll use the black. I'll use the ultramarine blue. I'll put it here. So I've got the skewer, I'm just going to run it through. Catching on that bit of paper, try not to let that happen. Do the same on the blue. Just rinse the red off. That's shaping up quite nicely. I feel like putting a little bit of the black in, but just put a few drops there, but I won't add any water and just see what happens. It's a bit like trying to get salt out of a shaker when it's been raining. It's all wet. Oh, you can see the black developing there. Kind of spatter some runny gesso and just leaving all the muck that's in my brush in there, not worrying about cleaning it out. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it to dry. This is dried nicely. The white gesso's sort of a bit gone, but that's okay. But what I want to do with this text stencil is just get a bit of writing in there in different places. I don't want it to be too much because I'm also going to use this stencil over on this side here. So I'm just trying to think what colour. Maybe if I make a grey from black and a bit of white gesso, that'll work. And I've just got a small gel plate over to the side that I'm going to use as a palette to mix my paint on. Now I've got a brush here. What did I do with it? Here it is. Little stencil brush. So I'm going to use that and this little bottle of black here. Just mix a little bit of grey. I don't want it too dark. I don't want it too watery either. So that's about the colour I want. It will dry a little bit darker, as is the nature of acrylic paints. So I'm going to use this brush. I'm going to get it nice and and see if we get some lettering. If I happen to pick up a bit of the black paint, so be it. Yeah, you can barely see that. It's there. When it dries, you'll see what I'm talking about. How it'll dry darker. I'm just going to add a tiny little bit more of the black in. It shows up just a little bit more, and just here. So I don't want to rinse my brush out and get it any wetter, so I'm just drying it on paper towel to get that black paint out, because the colour that I want to do my stenciling with is either this one or this one. I'm trying to make my mind up. I think I'll use this colour, but actually I'll use this one because this is a stiffer paint, as in it's not watery. So I'm just going to go straight in with my brush and dab it around the stencil. See how faint it is? Because I don't want it to completely cover the lovely background. Like that, and that's not quite dry there. I was going to do a little bit more, but I might jump over here to this corner and just put a little bit, because I think it'll contrast nicely with the orangey yellow warm colours. Yeah, that looks nice. Now, while I was waiting for this to dry, I put an edge around the page with my Stabilo Woody pencil, which is this big fat one, and then smeared it a little bit. I forgot there was actually something else I wanted to do with it, with paint, and that is to put a couple of stamps on there. So I'm hoping I've got enough paint still here. I'm just getting rid of the excess paint off my brayer at the moment. Okay. So I've got some stamps that I would like to, I don't know, just put a couple of them on. Maybe that looks nice, I like that. So I'm going to put some down here. Kind of like these dots. Maybe they're small ones. Haven't used this yet, so give them a try. And then that's all paint and it can dry off together. Yeah, they're nice. I'm adding on a few stamped images that are on tissue paper. See how they look. They sort of got lost in the background a little bit, so I ended up going over the outlines with a pen, and then I applied some paint with my finger into the petals or leaves or whatever they are, just to make them stand out. Just decided I want to put a little bit of white stenciling on this. I'm just going to use the stencil I did use before, which is this one, and I'm just going to use some white gesso. Let's put a little bit down here. I thought I'd finish this, but yeah, I just decided to add some more white into it, some subtle white, just like that, hardly noticeable, and maybe just a little bit here. Just going to use that center bit of the stencil. That's enough. Just going to use up the paint that's left in the paintbrush. Just in a couple of places. I think that's enough. I thought about putting some words on there. I think I'll just use this, which is out of a magazine. It just says perseverance pays off. I'm not sure if it's straight. I can't really tell from the angle I'm looking at it on. It's okay. Just using the wetness of that glue to make this Stabilo pencil spread around a bit. So I think that'll do. I like that. I love the way you got that gradation of colour from light to dark or dark to light, whichever way you're looking at it. And yeah, there's all sorts of things in there. There's stenciling, there's collage, there's paint, stamping. Yeah, pretty happy with the way that's turned out. So I got that side graduating over to that side. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll probably do a couple more of these in the next couple of weeks. And I'm still doing the 100-day project. I've been plugging away, and I'm up to day 47. So got that. So day 47 is actually the 10th of April. So I'm ahead on that one now, which is good. Okay. Till next time, have fun in your craft room, and take care. Hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo! you.